What's up, Dragon Brood? Today's going to be something kind of interesting. It's a deck that people ask about fairly regularly that hadn't really had a good build for. So I kind of just got lucky and came across a person in my Discord that goes by the username of The Legend. I don't know what he's the legend of, but he goes by The Legend. So I figured, hey, let's take a look at this list. We'll see how it goes. So today we've got a Grixis Control list. I know Grixis is very popular, people. There's some concerns because, you no longer have the Nicol Bolas that we just lost that rotated out, and that's a big deal. But is the deck still viable? It looks like it is. I've made a couple of changes to it because I did play a couple of test games late last night when I was kind of tired. But we'll see how this goes. I don't know. It could go either way. But that's kind of what makes these videos fun. Before we get into it, y'all know as always, I'm gonna ask if you haven't, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then click that notification bell so you get notified every single time I have a video up. But for now, let's go take a look at this Grixis Control list and see what it's all about. Okay, so starting at the top, we're playing Bloodchief's Thirst. Very possible we could get by playing 4 Bloodchief's Thirst, honestly. Maybe in place of these shocks that are right below it, swap one of them out, swap a shock for maybe an additional Heartless Act. And that's probably where the list needs to be, truthfully. But I'm just messing around with shocks because it is a couple extra points. It's instant speed. Do we need it? Maybe not. I'm likely by the end of the video going to come back to having more Bloodchief's Thirst and more Heartless Acts, but we'll see for the time being. We are playing Jwari Disruption, which also doubles as land, so that's kind of cool. Some Heartless Acts that we mentioned. Magmatic Channeler. This is a cool one because it does give us something we can fight with, which is really a big deal. You can get a 4/4 very easily, but the other side of it is sometimes just mid-combat, maybe you need to block, tap it, see if you can draw a removal card, take something else out. I don't have a problem with that. We'll see how it works out in this list. Playing 3 Croxes. The discard's nice, but we're playing it more as a recursive thing. For those of you who didn't see, I did a quick 1-minute video that was the kind of 5 tips for beating Rogues and Omnath. And one of the things I mentioned was playing with an escape card or two. Just because it gives you the chance to remove cards from your graveyard, and that's a big deal. Also, the reality is your opponent's putting cards into your yards for you. If they're putting the cards there, then you're getting access to a free spell effectively and reducing their effectiveness. So something to consider. Playing Salundi Vision, which also is a land. But it does let you just pick the best card you need out of the top 6, so that doesn't suck. Whirlwind Denial. Now, this was the thing I questioned in the list when I first saw it. It does kind of work well against the Clover decks, or I guess you want to call them the Adventure decks, and that makes a lot of sense. But otherwise, it's kind of just a pricey spell counter. So we'll see how that works out. Playing some Murderous Riders as removal. It's also lifelink, so that's nice. Some Bone Crusher Giants. 3 Teferi Master of Time. A couple of Extinction Events, Hagra Mauling, 2 Ashiok, Nightmare Muse. Then we have, as far as our lands go, some more of the Mythic lands. So we've got Seagate Restoration, Shadow Scroll Smashings, Islands, 1 Castle Lockthwain, some Swamps, Mountains. Full set. Actually, we're not playing a full set of the Pathways. Interesting. I need to go back and check this out. Because I think a lot of the times I'd almost rather have more Pathways than having the Temples, but I'm going to leave them in for the experiment. We may change it by the end of the video, but we'll leave them for now. And 3 Fabled Passage. So it's kind of interesting, looks cool. We'll see how this works out. It's got a lot of interesting cards I don't really ever get to play with. So let's see what happens when we go step into the arena. Oh boy, do we keep this? See, this is kind of an ugly spot because we kind of want to be able to use the shock, but realistically, we need to be able to use the pathway. And we won't even be able to play Croxen. I feel like I got to go get an island because that's more beneficial to us. I mean, I say that we could just go. You know what? Let's just keep it. This is probably a fairly bad keep, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get a swamp here and just increase our odds that, like, hey, maybe we do just go in, go off this whole Croxen. Maybe we just aren't playing blue cards for a couple turns, maybe that's just where we're at. Yeah, I said we're gonna get a swamp, give ourselves a shot. Okay, well, that could have turned out to be the right decision since we picked up a Murderous Rider. Gonna play this on the red side, and then we'll see what the opponent does here. flashed in a rogue, which we assumed might be the case. I'm going to go ahead and be more mana efficient and kill it with this. How many cards? We only have one instant or sorcery in our graveyard. They did get a land, though, which is a problem for us. I can't deny that. Now, if they don't choose to kill this, we can use it to filter our cards. Nope, they're going to eliminate that. Fair enough. So we are going to struggle with lands. I was going to say we could have used that to search for lands, but that is not going to be a thing here. All right, well, one day when we get land, these Grixis are going to do some work. Ah, that's unfortunate, because I have a feeling they're going to flash in. I mean, we're going to put it on top, but it's likely just going to get destroyed. Well, I say that. We can kill the thief and with the other creature on the stack, actually. It's not really time to fire off this other Grixis yet. Next turn, maybe we try. All right, let's see what the opponent does. Because if it's like a Soaring Thought Thief... Oh, a Cunning Nightbonder. Oh, crap. That's more of a problem. That's actually a real issue. Especially with them only having 3 land. Yeah, ugh, I hate it, but I think this is what we have to do. Man, Slitherwith is going to eat our lunch here, though. Alright. Well, we do get to cast... Oh, we don't get to cast both of these. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, I mean, I guess. I mean, not a lot we can do. If they have it, they have it. Okay, so far, nothing. Alright, there's a Soaring Thought Thief. Okay. Interesting that they're just playing Cunning Nightbonder in with their rogues. I'm not sure what that means or how to interpret that, but it is very interesting. Okay, so we did. I mean, they have some type of counters? Well, no, because they would have tried to counter us killing their creature. Oh, it could be the thing that just makes you pay more if they have flyers. And now that they have one, maybe? That's interesting. Alright, then I guess we do this. Just cost them a card, then goes to the yard. Alright, there's the Mystical Dispute. Fair enough. We're not too upset about that. We kind of know where things are at the moment. But that could just be all that's in their hands. We might just be getting the slow burn here. This is red. It does not come in as black, which is what we need for these Grixis. Boy. I think we do this. I think... Oh, they didn't have a counter. Oh, no. We could have just snuck the fairy in. I missed the opportunity. I should have gambled. Okay, Brazen Bar. That's a weird use of Brazen... Well, they couldn't really cast it, so I mean, I guess you do that. Well, there's the other island they were looking for. Fair enough. Man, we needed another black mana so bad a while ago. We just missed the opportunity. Now they're going to play Agadeem's Awakening. Yeah. Now we've just lost. Well, just getting stuck on land really didn't allow us to do anything. Well, we have some black sources and blue sources. Is that enough? I guess we keep against an unknown opponent. Gross. That's definitely not what we want to see, but that helps a lot. That helps a whole lot. Then I'm assuming here comes a Robber of the Rich, because that tends to be the pattern. Oh no, a Kargan Intimidator. Interesting. We'll set this to blue. I mean, we may have to just take a hit here to be able to counter something. Rimrock Knight. Okay. I mean, is taking 5 still bad here, though? I'm kind of okay with it. Because I feel like no matter what, like, we counter something. I mean, the only way it's really bad is if they just drop, what's his name? Torbran next turn. I thought they were going to go crazy and try to, like, double Rimrock here or something. Alright. Set this to black. In case we need it. I feel like this is a lot easier now. Like, this feels a lot better. Because now I can go ahead and just kill an Intimidator. And then if they play like a Torbran, we can just kill the Torbran. Ooh, an axe. Okay. We'll go ahead and... Let me do this. So, if we were to draw a land, we could technically... Well, not even technically. We could Heartless Act and Jwari Disruption next turn. We need, what, 4 instants or sorcerers in the graveyard? That's only going to be 2. Though, it could still be worth playing here. Okay, Heartless Act. I mean, this could be an Embercleave for lots many. If they have land Embercleave. That would hurt. That would kill us, actually. Because that would make it 2, 4, 5. So that'd be 10 would be at 2. But then we could also fight back with this, so... I'm going to gamble. They're also encouraged to play creatures first if they don't have an Embercleave. So that's to our benefit here. Another an axe to just make some tokens. Okay. That doesn't really bother us all that much. Like, it, you know, is annoying. Get a mountain. Trying to figure out why the opponent made that play is all. And deciding if I want a chance. Actually, well, if they're banking on something in their hand, I'm just gonna make them discard that. Whatever that is. Ah, why did they just not play that instead of that last mountain? That's weird. Well, okay. Well, I guess they got. I don't know what they were planning on. Feels like kind of a greedy move, but sure. Oh no, there's gonna be a dead Murderous Rider. Feels that way. That's not a happy time. Well, now I'm gonna have to choose between Kroxa and this Magmatic Challenge. I say that I could play both, I guess, but I mean, we're gonna block. I mean, if you can kill my Murderous Rider, you just kill my Murderous Rider. I assume they don't have a Rimrock Knight or a Shock or anything here, because they would just send everything in. Because then you'd be trying to do... Yeah, I was going to say, there's very little reason... Well, the problem is if you can't kill our Murderous Rider, then you're only getting in for, what's that, 4? Which, yeah, might still be worthwhile. They're worth their time. Or are we still thinking about Embercleaving up here? Because I can see that being a thing. If they're trying to figure out the math, right? Like, well, if he gains 2, I'm going to go to 14, but then you can Embercleave for 10, plus these other 3. So, like, maybe. Alright, what do you got, opponent? Oh, so it was a shock. Well, see, now this creates a different scenario, because if the opponent only has shock, what if we just take 2, 3, 4, 5, go to 7, go back to 9, kill an axe, play this as a blocker? Yeah, we'll keep our lifelinker here. Well, that's cute. Doesn't really do anything we want it to do, but it's cute. Let's play this. We'll go ahead and put this in tapped, because then it allows us to get Croxa next turn if we want. And we will end the turn. 1, 2, 3. This will be spell 4, so we can't have a 4/4 and kill something. Shocking us just straight to the face. Okay. That's... Okay, they're giving up. Alright. Ooh, alright, we keep it, I guess. Let's see what happens. More red decks? Alright, you get to stay, friend. Oh, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? Oh, it wasn't a Robber of the Rich. I thought that was so about to happen. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. I just realized we don't have a black source. That's going to be a real problem here in a couple turns. Yeah, because here... Well, I mean, if they just play an axe, we can play... Yeah, alright. Thought they were going to try to go bigger, but that's totally reasonable. I don't know how many times we'll get to counter something in this deck. Maybe I should have just shot it with the Crusher and then tried to play something. That might have been smarter. Alright, we're going to put this in tapped. Just so we can try to cast a fairy next turn. Yep, I'm getting punished. I could have got rid of an axe here. Yeah, well. Such is life. Now we have to hold it, because there is a real possibility that we could use both of these on, say, like a Torbran, maybe. Obviously not the thing we want to do, but like we can. I need to put this on black though, don't I? Let's see what we can dig up. Ooh. I still need another swamp before this matters greatly. Same thing with the Murderous Rider. Alright, all the rest of these seem like they could end up being important. Robber of the Rich. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we're better off just getting a card and then letting Teferi just be a shield. I'm okay with that. I think we want these other removal cards. They're just more important here. And this basically had Teferi be a 5-point shield, which I don't mind. And we kind of got to cycle the quality of cards in our hand, which is totally reasonable here. Don't want to get Croxa yet, though. Alright, we'll pass. Give the opponent a chance to kind of walk themselves into a situation, maybe. Rimrock Knight. Well, we were kind of going to do this anyway, so let's go ahead and do it. So now we just get a free kill of a Rimrock Knight. Resolved, you get a token, and you now don't have a Rimrock Knight, which we're okay with. And Robert? Seems fine. We get to sit on a Heartless Act if we want to. This is interesting because we can get Croxa if I put this on black, and then we can actually kill an Axe if we leave up a Heartless Act, and then go from there. So I kind of like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll still leave a black and something. So yeah. Alright. Oh, we don't have enough cards in the yard yet. I'm one short. Oh no. Alright, well we'll do this in the meantime, because at least that gains life. And then we'll pass. PowrDragn. Yeah, how do we want to do this? Alright, yeah, that seems fine. We'll just Heartless Act PowrDragn. They will get a token, but that's fine. Then we'll block, even if they have a way to pump or shoot the... okay. So they had that. Fair enough. Here I'm just going to do this for damage mitigation. And now we have plenty in the yard for Croxa. Can't do anything else, though. Alright, just have to hope the opponent doesn't top deck here. It was a shock. They were holding 2 shocks, huh? That last turn. That's something. Yeah, we'll block. Yeah, the game's effectively over now here, I think. Oh, this is nice. Need another blue mana, so we'll hang tight on that. Alright. And Whirlwind Denial will stop most things they're going to play. We can Bone Crusher to kill a token if we have to. Royal Eruption, sure. I mean, I appreciate they're still trying to make a fight out of it. But, to what end, I don't know. And now they're just dead. Because they can't block. Alright, we'll keep it. It's not the fastest hand we want to see. But it's not bad. Alright, we have some options here, so we're not going to sweat this too much. We are going to take some damage, though. Oh, how do we want to do this? I think I want to pass. Oh, I was hoping they'd try to cast a Soaring Thought Thief there. They didn't, though. Okay, well. That's a thing. Alright, maybe they try now. I'm not sure. Okay, Lofty Denial. Okay. They really want to hold on to that. Not what I would have predicted, but sure. This. Kill the thief. Well, Or do we want to just use the Blood Chief's Thirst since we can cast that and still have the mana for either of the others? That's probably more accurate. More correct, actually. Well, maybe not. Because they have a Thought Thief. We can use this on a Thought Thief to kill like 2 mana flyers. So let's do this instead. And now we can counter something or kill something as necessary. So they're just planning on countering a bunch of stuff at this point, huh? Alright. Interesting plan. I don't hate it. Or do we want this? Yeah, we want this into play tapped. Don't think I'm going to mess with Croxa too much right now. Not really part of our strategy. I mean, Zera's Sand may still be in play here. So, in play being in my opponent's hand. So I don't want to overcommit when something like that could happen. Don't have double black, so unfortunately, we're just going to take a shot here with Croxa. I mean, if we get a second black, then Croxa stands a chance to doing something cool. Alright, I guess save themselves the damage. Reasonable. I guess since we killed the early threats, they're just sitting here with some combination of Brazen Borrowers and Zera's Sands maybe in hand. I can't imagine what else they would be worried about right now. Alright, another drown unlock, sure. Okay, a red mana doesn't particularly help us. I guess we'll try. Assuming this gets countered as well. I mean, I'm just going to be drawing looking for a black mana at this point, so nothing else greatly matters.
Time to improvise.
That is not bad, though. All right. In the turn, flash something in. Yep, there is a Zera's Sand, as expected. Yeah, this is going to get a little sketchy on being able to kill a Zera's Sand. Because if they have another counter, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to try to play this. Okay, that oddly helps. We can try to kill it, and then they can counter, and we can whirlwind denial. I mean, unless they have 2 counters.
I do love a good bump.
Ah, the second black mana we've been waiting on. How quaint. Well, we gotta get rid of Blood Chief's Thirst, I think. Don't quite want to attempt Croxa yet. I mean, if they have another counter, they have another counter. Not much we can do about it. They had all 4 Drowning Locks. Wow. What are the odds? Well, what can they even take from us? So they just take a Croxa, makes a discard card, then Croxa goes back to our yard? And they could take a Bone Crusher Giant, I guess. Alright, yeah, yeah, it's fine. I mean, they have it, they have it. What are you gonna do? Wow, that's all kinds of crazy. Also, it's just coming at us. Okay. I mean, I guess the good news is now they don't have an easy way to kill a Croxa. So we kind of like that. I mean, they could get our Magmatic Channeler, which would be actually more annoying, believe it or not. Because they'd have a 4/4 that they could start filtering cards for, which is kind of tough. Yeah, good call by the opponent. I would have done something similar.
Time to improvise.
We still only have 2 black, right? But if we were to draw a black mana, we could put Crocs in the way, then Blood Chief, and that could be neat. Alright. Gotta hope. Hey! I guess we want to take out the creatures. Alright, then we'll off the channeler so they can't find an easier answer for Croxa, which they might already have, but, you know, what are we going to do about it? I mean, I guess we can plus minus. Let's go ahead and plus to Fairy, even though we may lose a card we want. Yeah, I knew that was going to be our risk. But that's okay. This way, if they do have a removal card, we can just phase out Zerasan. And then we can just get Croxa back next turn. That's an intriguing card. Don't hate that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this lets us look to search for a card, so we'll pass. So we can search with Teferi. If it's nothing great, then we can go ahead and look for 6. And say if the opponent attacks, we will definitely block.
Time to improvise.
Ooh, do we want this or do we... Ooh. Ooh. I think we have to keep this because we could brick, right? Not get anything. And here, if we attack, opponent discards their card, then we're able to just kill Zarasan. So, we do like that too, though. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just gonna do it for... Well, gotta finish this attack step first. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. He takes all of it. We'll plus the fairy just to see what we find. I think it's safe for that to go away. Alright, we got there. Oh man, okay, so what do we think about that? Honestly, I don't know. The deck, like, it draws a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you have some times where you need like double blue or double black. It maybe should probably be playing. My final list y'all download will probably have a couple more temples because I think those are very important for this type of list. You just get caught in a weird spot because on the early turns, you kind of want to be able to start using things on turn 2 when you already have a bunch of modal DFCs. So I'm not quite sure where that needs to live. Maybe some of the, like the couple of Fabled passages maybe become temples. I don't know. It's close though. It's very close. But you do have the ability to beat some decks. I mean, we beat Mono Red multiple times. We beat fairies. So, I mean, rogues, not fairies. So I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. It's interesting. It at least gives you a shot against everything, which is nice. The Whirlwind Denials, I'm kind of on the fence on. Like, I dislike the fact that they cost 3 and they feel kind of clumsy, but I do appreciate the fact that the opponents have to pay 4, and in a lot of cases, you're going to stop nearly everything when they can't pay 4 for it. I'd keep it for now, which feels weird because I thought that was going to be the card I got rid of. The shocks actually came into play multiple times. Being instant speed and being shocks were nice. I still think maybe, though, it's realistic to just have more Heartless Axe, and that's probably correct. But either way, there's some options. This is kind of a good shell, though, if you're looking for a place to start and trying to figure out what you want to play. The deck actually plays pretty well. I was impressed. There's a couple times mana was a little sketchy, but other than that, I like it. So if you're looking for a Grixis option, here you go. Credit to The Legend for sending this list to me and coming by the Discord. By the way, if you want to join our Discord and participate and talk about decks and everything else, the link is in the description down below. Also, if you want to come check me out on streaming, I'm on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 9 p.m. to midnight Pacific time, usually at least one afternoon throughout the week, but you can find the link for that down there as well. And if you would like to support the channel and get a little something for yourself, I do have merchandise. That link is all down in the description. And as usual, if you haven't, remember, please like this video, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I have videos up. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.